Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I accidentally just listened to the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour movie adaptation performance. I was trying to do some research about the upcoming Super Bowl, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess if you search for anything having to do with football now, it's flooded with Taylor Swift and Swifties and weird football memes and things. So uh, I decided to give it a little bit of a listen, and yeah, it's really crazy how really um, emotionally moved I was by a lot of this. So I'll explain. First, it's the version listened to was 2 hours and 49 minutes. There are other versions. There's an extended version that is 3 hours and 11 minutes or something to that effect. So this was um, filmed in the SoFi Stadium in LA. This was released in theaters on October 13th, 2023, and it is a theatrical version of the tour itself of that particular night. So it spans the 17 years worth of Taylor Swift music, and it's all broken down by each of the different eras that she's kind of designated. I want to read the big search engine synopsis because it does a really good job of putting into perspective how huge Taylor Swift is. Like, she's a world anomaly. That's just insane. So pardon me while I read this little scripted part here, but the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour is the name of the ongoing sixth concert tour by American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. She described it as a journey through all of her musical eras from her self-titled debut album in 2006 to her 10th studio album, Midnights, in 2022. The tour is Swift's most expansive tour yet, with 151 shows across 5 continents. It is also the highest grossing tour of all time and the first to surpass $1 billion in revenue. That's B with a billion. Billion. That's crazy. So the tour itself features a set list of 44 songs divided into 10 distinct acts that conceptually portray Swift's 10 studio albums. The show spans over 3.5 hours and includes various special effects, costume changes, and guest appearances. The tour received rave reviews from critics who praised it as its concept, production, aesthetics, and blah, blah, blah. The Eras Tour began in Glendale, Arizona on March 17th, 2023, and is set to conclude in Vancouver, Canada, Canadians, on December 8th, 2024. It's broken all kinds of records for attendance and all that kind of good stuff. Um, and this movie is the highest grossing concert film of all time. That's crazy. So let's see. I had some. So what I find is fascinating is this isn't the first concert film that I think Taylor has done, but when doing like this research for football, I saw this little trivia thing how Taylor Swift had the idea for the concert movie in 2022, and none of the major film distributors, Warner Brothers, Disney, Sony, Universal, Paramount, etc., showed any interest. But the worldwide fan base was so receptive to it on social media and whatever that Swift decided to distribute the film through her own company at her own expense. The gamble paid off relatively quickly, and the film was a massive box office success worldwide. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. So how lucky is that? She made a ton of money on herself, on her already ton of money kind of stuff. So like the box office gross that this is showing on IMDb at the time of the filming of this was 180,756,269, which is pretty crazy. That's just US and Canada. worldwide, 261,656, blah, 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 blah. So lots of money, lots of money, lots of money. So some Taylor Swift stuff. So the film was, what did I say, released on October 13th, 2023. It says the release date is the 12th, but that is, it's actually the 13th. The 12th was, I think, that sneak preview thing. But 17 years worth of music. So she was born in 1989, which is crazy to me because that's the year I graduated. So I was 17 when she was born. And then you figure she did 17 years worth of music. So that's crazy. The concert was neat, the way it was broken down into the 10 different eras or whatever. The movie version doesn't do all 44 songs, by the way, but it does do some extra songs at the end. Like she does her finale and has the crowd applaud her dancers and all that, musicians and stuff, and then they kind of end the show. But then the movie continues with a few extras, songs and things. I didn't really pay as close attention to those, but like the songs that I did, I was actually surprised how many I knew, first of all, but that just tells you how much airtime she's had over the course of 17 years. And it blows my mind that makes her 35 years old, because I still think of Taylor Swift being like, I don't know, in her 20s. So I always feel weird that I'm like attracted to her because she's stunning. She is such an enigma. She's just like this glowing, massive persona on stage. She just seems so larger than life. And the way she interacts with the crowd and just like gives them time to absorb what's going on, while you can see she's visibly and physically and emotionally absorbing everything that's happening too. She seems very grateful and very uh, genuine with her thanks. And I don't know, just like a lot of weird stuff. I did find it interesting though, like some of those early years songs, hearing her now voice singing those, you could definitely hear the difference. So it was kind of interesting. And then her speaking voice, her stage presence voice, I guess I've never really paid a lot of attention to it before, but it's very unique. It's very, very commanding. Like she's definitely just, I don't know, like I say she's larger than life, but yet still grounded. Like she has this very strange ability to be very, very just captivating. Like you can't take your eyes off of her, which is how I lost half of a day watching this, and I didn't get any work done. Um, the last song I thought was very fitting, and it's kind of an interesting parallel in my own life. Like I think of this often. I try not to get emotional here, but she did her song "Karma Is My Boyfriend," and I always believe in karma so much, and I say it a lot at work. I deal with like shoplifters and just people that are just rude, and just like I try to maintain it in my own life. And when I'm about to maybe do something that is sketchy or whatever else, like that karma, like karma is my driving force to keep me on my straight path and to keep me aware of myself, if that makes sense. Religion is not a thing for me. And so, like, I don't have the traditional Christian belief system, but I do believe in karma and I do believe in universal energy. And I thought this was a great way to end. I'm glad I didn't like short myself out on this. And I listened to it all the way through. I wasn't always watching the screen, but I had it blaring very loud. I had the music very loud. I had the apartment to myself. So, but I just, that karma is my boyfriend. And then with the line, karma is God. I just find that very fitting. And it's worth checking out if you've got $20 to spend on Apple or Amazon Prime. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you a Swiftie? Put your Super Bowl predictions in if you want to. Who cares? But I accidentally watched and listened to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, and I'm kind of glad I did. Karma is God.
Row 18, plot 20.